If you enjoy the content on this channel, please like and subscribe. Jury Duty is an American reality hoax sitcom television series created by Lee Eisenberg and Gene Stubnitsky about a fake jury trial. It stars Ronald Gladden as a juror who is unaware of the hoax. James Marsden co-stars alongside an ensemble cast. It premiered on Amazon Freevee on April 7th, 2023. The series received 3 nominations at the 75th Primetime Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Comedy Series, Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series for Marsden. It also received nominations for 2 Golden Globe Awards, Best Television Series, Musical or Comedy, and Best Supporting Actor for Marsden. The series chronicles the inner workings of a jury trial in the United States through the eyes of juror Ronald Gladden, a solo contractor from San Diego who's unaware that his jury duty summons was not official and that everyone in the courtroom aside from him is an actor. Everything that happens inside and outside the courtroom is planned. On September 15, 2022, it was reported that a semi-improvised docu-style comedy series starring James Marsden and a group of up-and-coming actors with improv backgrounds had secretly been filmed for Amazon Studios. The 17-day shoot was filmed in a real courtroom south of Los Angeles. According to executive producer Todd Ballard-Shulman, Jury Duty began an attempt to make a sitcom like The Office about a trial with a real person at the center of the show who doesn't know that he's surrounded by actors. Creators Lee Eisenberg and Gene Stubnitsky both previously worked as writer-producers on The Office. In order to find a non-actor for the show's lead, an ad was put up on Craigslist. Marsden stars as an alternate version of himself alongside other actors including Alan Barrholt, Susan Berger, and Cassandra Blair. Some fun trivia notes. Ronald Gladden told GQ that he truly believed that James was who he was, and he was heartbroken, as he couldn't believe that James Marsden was so egotistical. But he said, then after when I realized that that's not who he was, I was just so relieved. Even though they were playing characters, the other actors tried to be as real as possible with Ronald. When they could, they told him real stories about themselves so they could build a genuine friendship. They even still talk and hang out together after the show. Before Ronald knew the series was a prank, he said that he was closest to fellow juror Inez, who's played by Maria Russell. Ronald applied for the series through a Craigslist ad, as he was between jobs and saw a listing for people willing to be part of a jury who would be filmed by a camera crew. To really drive home the documentary facade, Ronald only ever saw 3 camera people, a producer and a couple of sound people working on the film, even though the series production team employed about 100. In May 2023, Ronald Gladden revealed that he received a real jury summons from the city of San Diego. When Ronald is speaking to know his girlfriend on the phone, that is the voice of the actor's real-life girlfriend. The courthouse was no longer used for court proceedings. When production initially scouted the location, the building had been used as a haunted house for Halloween. Drusilla Funch and Evan Williams, the actors portraying the prosecutor and defense attorney, are both real-life attorneys. Though the majority of the series was improvised, just so producers could maintain some sort of structure, they gave certain actors earpieces to guide them through scenes. When asked if he ever registered what was secretly transpiring, Gladden described why he couldn't entertain the thought that his reality was fake. He would say, if I asked if this is fake, I would have to question my entire reality, so it made much more sense to me to say I was surrounded by weird people, rather than my whole world is just fake. Alan Baronitz, the actor portraying the judge, is a retired attorney in real life. He's also the father of actor Ike Baronitz. Literally every single person who appears in the series was an actor, a paid extra or production team member, except for Ronald. In the episode where Noah gets drunk, actor Mekhi Lepo wasn't originally meant to vomit on the bus ride from Margaritaville. The original plan was that he would be sick at the hotel off camera and hung over the next day. Mekhi pretended to be drunk since the drinks were actually non-alcoholic. However, they were very sweet. The high sugar content made Lepo sick to his stomach, so the vomiting was actually very real. David Brown, in particular, had a situation where he actually shared a door with Ronald at the hotel. Afraid of ruining the whole secret, David stayed in character pretty much the entire time. Whilst the other actors got their phones back and could relax outside of character, David Brown had to stay in character because he was constantly, almost always around Ronald. Ronald Gladden said that he was almost disappointed when he realized that everything was fake, as he became so fond of the weird, strange people that he'd gotten to know over the past few weeks. It took almost 8 hours for Ronald Gladden to actually realize that the whole thing was fake. Director Jane Szymanski said he just couldn't believe it. He kept asking, are you all actors? Are you really all actors? In the series, the bailiff explains that they split the sequestered jurors up into 2 hotels because one was fully booked. But in actuality, those actors couldn't spend weeks away from their families, so they decided to go home for the night after filming. Now, I found this to be an absolutely hilarious, completely original, and wonderfully done concept and put forth in a fantastically entertaining short little comedy series. Look, this is wonderfully unique, and I don't even know if you could really pull this off again. But the actors that they chose for this are so authentic and down to earth that they're completely and utterly believable. I even had to think twice, are they really actors? The man, of course, being Prankton at the centre of the whole thing, Ronald Gladden, comes off very well within the series. He comes off genuine, a decent guy, just trying to do the right thing, interacting with, of course, all these strange and wonderful characters. James Marsden is absolutely superb in this role, playing the egotistical, bona fide Hollywood star so well that he's almost completely believable as this arrogant film star. What's also nice to see is how everybody, I believe, became genuine friends on set. You could definitely see a chemistry between the main cast and Ronald Gladden here. And what's clever is it isn't overproduced, that the actors are allowed to improv, to find their own voices as it were. And the mere fact that a lot of their own real stories were related to Ronald really sort of just stands out in terms of the authenticity of how the show was put forth. Look, there's also some absolutely hilarious scenes which really made me laugh out loud. Look, it's not that we haven't had a hidden camera prank show before. It's just that the lengths and to degree of which these producers went about making this show to almost make a real-life office, as it were, I think is just quite outstanding and clever. It really does sort of blur the boundaries here. And the performances are so earnest, down to earth, and just seem so likeable and genuine that you can't help but be won over by this show's charisma. With its really good acting performances, clever and original concept, and reimagining of the jury process in the United States, Jury Duty is an easy-to-watch, fun little reality comedy series. It really makes you believe. Jury Duty gets a 9 out of 10.